Hey everyone, welcome along to today's video where we're going to be talking enrichment toys. Specifically enrichment toys, or a couple of enrichment toys that are made by the Kong company. Now most of you will be familiar with the Kong company thanks to this. The Kong Classic, and probably one of my favourites, if not one of the best, dare I say, enrichment toys out there on the market. They're incredibly versatile. Most dogs absolutely love them. They come in different rubber types, so you can tailor them depending on Pooch's age or chew strength, and they're all colour coordinated, and they come in different sizes as well. But for such a, what feels like and looks like quite a simple design, the possibilities are absolutely endless with these. So if you do head on over to the Great Paws website, there's going to be some free stuff on there very soon, and one of the things that will be on there is a little bit of a fact sheet about Kongs, specifically the Kong Classic, and how to use it, how to fill it, different things you can fill it with, because the possibilities are absolutely endless. But with this particular toy and any of the toys that we discussed today, is always make sure that you introduce them correctly with your Pooch. And what I mean by introducing them correctly is, don't just buy it, take it out of the packaging and throw it on the floor and go, there you go Pooch, that just cost me £12, enjoy. Because Pooch doesn't care. What's in it for them? Why are they going to be really interested in this? So I always start with just some really early cooperative play with any new toy that I buy Pooch. So with the Kong Classic, I want to make it interesting. So before I even put food in it or do anything with it, I'm going to handle it, I'm going to talk to it really quietly. I'm going to make it really interesting. Your dogs are naturally inquisitive, and the more that you have something that seems really interesting, the chances are Pooch is going to want to get in on the action. So get some rapport going between Pooch and the toy. And once you've got that rapport going, that's when you can just start to help them understand how it works. So I would get some biscuits or some kibble, and I'd put some loose pieces in the bottom end here, and I would stand it up, and I would just help Pooch kind of knock it over and show them that moving and interacting with this piece of toy actually releases some good stuff. So we do that a couple of times just so Pooch can start to get interested in it, and then the more comfortable they were with it, the more I could then start to increase the difficulty of the stuffings that I put in this. Now there's loads of natural ones you can do, guys. So I personally don't buy the squirty cans of stuff or anything like that. You can do lots of fab, healthy, much cheaper alternatives from home. So if you go over to the greatpaws.co.uk website, grab hold of that fact sheet, and it'll give you some really good ideas on there. But also just look online, guys. There is dozens and dozens, if not more, videos, guides, leaflets, all kinds of things. And even Kong themselves will give you ideas on how to stuff these. Another really good thing with these guys is, as we are starting to creep into summer, is you can actually put things in and freeze it. So as a cooling down and long lasting interactive toy for your Pooch, they're absolutely brilliant. You can fill them with meat broths, you can fill them with various other types of squidgy, sticky type materials like yogurts or peanut butters, etc., that you can then obviously freeze and then let Pooch kind of work away on as they're chilling out in the back garden. As always with those guys, be mindful of ingredients. You don't want anything that is poisonous to your dog, particularly when you're looking at peanut butters, etc. Make sure they're xylitol free. But these are absolutely brilliant. I completely love these toys. And I always encourage budget depending on people getting more than one, because then you can have a nice little rotation, lots of different treats, lots of different things going on. I know people who use them for scenting games, all kinds of different things. They are absolutely brilliant and they last ages. I've not had a dog completely chew one of these to bits yet. I know of a very few minority of dogs who probably can, but again, it's not so much about they're just getting hold of it and chewing it, it's about the interactive part of that. So with this toy and any of the toys that we discussed today, supervision is always key, guys. Don't just get one, throw it to your dog and leave it and expect them to A, figure out what to do with it, and B, not to get bored because it may be too hard or too difficult and don't understand it, and then just start destroying the toy, because that's a lot of money down the drain. So supervise, work with Pooch initially, but absolutely the Kong Classic is always going to be one of my favourites. Brilliant. The next one on the list, guys, is this, and it's what's called the Kong Wobbler. Now, I actually use these to feed my dogs, usually about every second or third day. I have different things that I use to kind of feed my pooch out of, from puzzle balls to enrichment toys, and the Kong Wobbler is definitely one of their favourites. So as you can tell, it's a very similar shape. However, where this is rubber and nice and squidgy, this is plastic, and it's actually got a weighted bottom in it. So the idea is you can stand it, you can fill it full of treats, and you can rock it. And we will wobble it around and it will throw the treats out the more pooch interacts with it. So guys, with the Kong Wobbler, it's got a weighted base which is filled with sand or something that's quite heavy in there. As you can hear it, it does shake and rattle a little bit. But the idea is you unscrew it, you pile some treats into here. I tend to, if I'm honest guys, I tend to put my kind of thumb in the out hole there, hold it like that, put my treats in, and then I just bring the base up, he says, and then just screw the base on. But because of the weight in the bottom of this, guys, be a little bit mindful about where you let pooch play with it. Depending on your dog, as you will see, this has a few kind of teeth scratch marks in there, and that's because one of my pooch's favourite tricks is to pick this up and throw it. And because of that weight, and I'll just drop it on the table here so you can hear, it's heavy. So if you've got glass doors, fragile furniture, freshly painted walls, this, if your dog does decide to throw it around, will cause a little bit of damage. So just be a little bit mindful about where pooch is using it. But again, just like the Kong Classic, we want to teach them that it's not the throwing it around, it's the knocking, it's the moving, it's the using your paws and your nose that will cause this to move and start throwing treats out the little hole there. So as I mentioned, let's say these are pretty tough. This one's 4 years old, thereabouts. It's absolutely got some teeth scoring in it where pooch has had a good chew and a gnaw and it trying to get a little bit frustrated when something hasn't been coming out that he's wanted it to come out. But again, they're rock solid, really easy to clean, really interactive, and my pooches absolutely love the Kong Wobbler. It does come in 2 different sizes, and Kong kindly put along the top what kind of size dog that you'd be looking for to use them. So the small one is 1 to 12 kilos or 1 to 25 pounds if you're American, and the bigger one is basically 12 kilos plus. They are, like I said, they're absolutely brilliant. I love using these, my dogs really enjoy them, and it takes them about 10 minutes or so to, probably a little bit longer if I'm honest, to actually eat their dinner out of this. So compared to their puzzle ball, which probably takes them 5 or 6 minutes, this is a nice way to extend feeding times and give that brain a good old workout, and they absolutely love it. So that is the Kong Wobbler. So last but not least, guys, is this, and it's called the Kong Ballistic. Now, I've never actually used one of these for my own pooches. I have used them with some clients' dogs, and I know people who have variations of this. You can get a clam, which is from a company called Tuggynuff, which is absolutely awesome. Kong do the ballistic, and there's a few other ones. But the idea behind these, and again, like good old Kong toys, they do come in different sizes. So that is the small, here is the large. But what they do is they have some Velcro panels at the top here, these black ones, and you can fold it up and it sticks together and it becomes a little ball. Now, with this little ball, it is soft, it is squidgy, so it's quite nice to have around the house. It's not going to do as much damage as something like this. And the idea is you're getting pooch to interact, paw, play, bite, do whatever to open it up. And when they open it up, there is a little central pouch here that you can put some treats in, just in there. But there's also some pockets in some of the petals that you can put treats in as well. And they're absolutely brilliant. Really good for dogs who like to chase. So if you do have a dog who does like to kind of run after things, a great way to help them channel some of that energy is to use something like this, like the clam, like the ballistic. You can put treats in it, chase after it. Pooch not only gets it, but then they get to have the fun of breaking it all open, getting those petals spread out, and enjoying the treats that are inside. Now, just like the other toys, guys, it's about introducing it right to the pooch. So again, I wouldn't just stuff this with some food, close it all up and go, there you go, pooch, go play. Because that's just not really going to work. Or it might work with some dogs, but certainly not all dogs. So what I usually start to do is just open it up, put some treats in, just let pooch eat them. Put some treats in the little more difficult side pouches here. Let Pooch get them out. And then once Pooch is comfortable and understands where the treats come from, I would then just close up one half of it. Just make sure that none sticks. And then let Pooch figure out how to get back in there and get those petals open to get to the pooches in the pockets. And once Pooch is comfortable with that, then I can start to really make it a little bit more difficult and fold the whole thing up and help Pooch unravel it and open it. And once Pooch is comfortable with that, then absolutely fill it, throw it, have lots and lots of fun with it. This is a soft fill toy, guys, so these petals do have some padding, some stuffing in them. So if you do have dogs like mine who do absolutely love to dissect toys, again, use it under supervision. You want to make sure that Pooch is actually getting the treats out and enjoying the puzzle element and the enrichment element of this, not just it's a new stuff thing that I can tear a new one in, which I'm fairly confident when I introduce my Pooches to this is probably what they're going to try and do. So I'm going to film a session with this shortly, guys, showing how to introduce this to your Pooch and how to get them using it, how to get them working on it. But hope you enjoy it. That's it, guys. They are my top 3 enrichment toys from Kong. So we've got the Kong Classic, the Kong Wobbler, and the Ballistic. Absolutely fab, guys. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments below and I will try and get around to answering them for you. Or alternatively, head on over to the greatpaws.co.uk website, and like I say, there's hints and tips about all different types of toys, including these ones, on how to use them and how to get the most from them from your Pooch. Or you can always head on over to the Woofing Pawsome podcast, which is my new podcast where we're talking about all things dogs. And in this particular time, enrichment is going to be a key topic on there to help you out with your dogs. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will have another video coming your way very soon. Hey everyone, so we're going to do a little bit of introduction of the Ballistic with my girl Betty Boo here. So she's never seen it. The wet marks you can see on here were Hugo, who I've just had a bit of a trial run with. As you can see, she's definitely interested. So all I've done is I've put some treats into the little centerpiece, but also into the pockets here as well. And now we're going to let her just figure out how to enjoy them. Hey, Betty. Betty, what's in here? So as you can see, she's more interested in the tug. Betty, so what I'm going to do is let her take that. Betty, come. Betty, there's a good girl. What's in there? Put it back over here so we can see. Good girl. Good girl, there we are. What's in there? So all we're going to do now, guys, is I'm just going to keep loading this up for her, just so she realises that the food's in the good bits. Good girl, find it, Betty. So she just did a bit of a shake there and threw them out. So what I'm going to do now is just help her find the ones in the little tighter pockets, which are a lot more difficult to get out. Betty, what's in here? Yeah, did that one fall out the other pocket? What's in there? Find it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So she's getting her tongue really into that little pocket to make sure she gets all the biscuits out. And again, if I wasn't helping her with this particular part, what she'd probably do is get frustrated and then start to destroy the toy, which is not what we want. So now we've had a few rounds of that, what we're going to do, I'm just going to get some more of my Great Paws kibble here. I'm going to put some in the little pockets over here. I'm going to drop some in the middle, and then I'm just going to fold these first 2 bits up, put them together so she can now start to interact with the toy and break it up. Well done. Good girl, Betty. Good girl. There we are. Yes. So she quickly worked her way through that, so we'll do it again. A couple in the centre, one in the pocket. I'm just going to close 2 sides of the petal up, pop it on the floor, hold it for her. Yes. Yes, good girl. Find it, Betty. Find it. Find it. And just guide it to where the ones are. Excellent. So I'm not going to bother with the petals this time. I'm just going to do the centerpiece with a few more bits of kibble. And now I'm going to put the whole thing together. And now, her job, I'm just going to help her with it. I'm just going to hold it, is to open it. Betty, Good girl. Ready? Yes, good girl. So just gonna put my thumb in one side of it, just so, yes, good girl. Just so she can have some success, rather than what she wanted to do and take it away and just tear it up, because that's much easier. Get some more kibble. Again, we're just gonna do that again. So that's some kibble into the centerpiece. Fold it up. I'm just popping my thumb in here as I hold it to the floor for her, so she can, yes, good girl. Good girl, there we are. And that's it, guys, that's how we would start to introduce it. So now I'm going to drop a couple in the side petals. I'm going to drop a couple in the centre. More on that side petal. I'm going to fold it up. Ready? Good girl. Get it. Get it. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. And as you can see, she now wants to actually start interacting with it as opposed to running away with it and tearing it up. Find it, Betty. Find it. Find it. Find it. Yes. Yes. Good girl. There we go. The paws start coming in now. Good girl. Yes. Yes. Good girl. There we are. And now she's inside it, and now her job is to find all of those treats.